There goes Matt. He's off.
Hey, how are you? Good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
Will you grab that magnet thing? Because I think we're going to have to hold this in.
Where is it? Is it up there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I set up there.
See if we can dim the lights a little bit.
It likes to be in bright lights sometimes. Not all the time.
Nothing. Is there a controller over there? Do you know where the lights are? Are they over there? No?
It looks like that should be them.
I go to the car, get my BB gun.
I wonder if there may be up front. Yeah.
What do we do with it? Oh, that's easy.
Funk.
What are they saying? Yes, Matt.
Sorry, thanks.
Okay, here's the card for your chance to win.
Oh, good.
Hello. Oh, there you go.
Good to see you, Jen. How's it going? Good, thank you. Good. Just get out of you guys' way and like block the door.
Well, I probably should stick my flower.
This is the rhinestone roll. That's going to go over the design user, the business calculator, regular stuff like the
Were you guys in this row? No, nobody was here. Okay.
No, I can do my stuff.
No, you're fine. Just Matt wanted us to. He's doing live streaming here. There we go.
Ready to fall asleep too.
This is the chance to win the cameo.
Is that the same card you were giving away just at
This morning? No, this is a new one.
different?
So this is, so yeah, we'll be collecting these to do giveaways in the class. Yes.
You guys hear me okay in the back?
Yeah.
Yes? Perfect.
Yeah, hit that like button, peeps.
12 o'clock. Let's go ahead and get going.
Hi there.
So, I need to know the truth off the start. How many of you came here just because you have a chance to win a free camera? Be honest.
Because we can sit up here and do this video. Or...
He wants us at the back of the class and zoom in on the.
He told me to bring up front so they can see better.
Oh, okay.
Like I put us like halfway.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and go up there and I'll hold cards and I'll come back and shut the door in a little bit.
In the class all day tomorrow and on Sunday. It's just the education side of it, which is great. We just can't show any of our actual software.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to get situated.
Companies can't just come and push product down your throat. And I like that. So that's why I rent the room now, to show you what the software, and same thing with this. I'm going to show you how it can help you and different things it can do. So how many of you in here currently own the software? Look at you guys. That's awesome. How many of you in here currently own the 5.0? Yes.
Didn't know it was out.
So those of you who don't know, we actually just finished the 5.0. And I got the link on the website, I think, at about 9:20 this morning. So it just finished literally today. So what I'm going to do is I'm not just going to cover, because I know we have to do. I'll show some different things with 5.0, and then when we go back down to the booth, I'll do full demos and create the shirts, and we'll press the whole process as well. The goal of this part is to kind of show you how you create the design. It's hard to sell a design, a shirt, a decal, whatever it is, if you can't create it from the start, right? This is how you sell it, but if you can't create a design, you can't sell it. And in my opinion, it's the most important part, but also the most difficult part. So I want to show you kind of what different things that we've done, that we've created when we built the software to try and help you guys out and simplify the process. Anybody in here that had no clue who Rhinestone World was before yesterday or today? Anybody? Yeah? A couple of us? All right. That's fine. So, those of you who are new, definitely go to the YouTube channel. Okay, we have over 3,000 tutorial videos that are all completely free to teach you how to do everything. Okay? And everything that I show you, I'm going to pass some of these things around. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this stuff because I want to get into the software. But tomorrow's class through ISS and Sunday's class, I get into all of that stuff as well. Okay? So this one right here, just to give you an idea of the shoe kits that we have, these were individually placed. These are hand-placed stones here. All right? So to do a pair of shoes like this would probably take me anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on if they're wanting to like both sides and things like that. So I charge $100 an hour to do something like this for an actual customer. And the
That's
reason
just what
why
I was
do
thinking.
that
I might
with
try
the
to move
flat
us.
rate is I'm basing it, it's the time that's valuable, okay? So that's where I can say, hey, this one here took a little bit longer, all right? Every one of these were hand placed. This one took about 6 hours, about $600. Now, if you guys think, now it's a specific customer base for stuff like this, right? So the people that are complaining about a $20 shirt being too much, they aren't buying this, right? So don't expect to sell this to them. But there's also customer bases out there where they want the best looking cup that's out there, and they want to be the only one that has a cup like this. And me charging around $600 is a bargain when you see what some of the places charge. Like, if you, well, it was PKI, right?
Yeah.
So the PKI show that they were just at, they were showing the wholesale pricing. And what was a mini football helmet? Was it mini?
Full-size football helmet was $27.50.
And that's wholesale pricing for $2,750. So there's people out there that pay, and if you talk to Kelly, who's down in the booth doing everything with the blues and stuff, and you got questions about it, she's done an entire portion line thing. But
Is that better,
she
guys?
retails stuff like that, a full-size helmet at about $8,000 to $10,000. So it's insane. I'll pass this around so you can see it. Just to let you know, there's a tracking device on that. So it leaves this room, it tells me where you are, and then as soon as it notifies me, it says they will blow up.
Well,
in
that
10
didn't work
seconds.
either.
And then you just explode. So you can't steal it. Alright? Next thing here, just pass around, show you some more stuff as we're going over. This, just standard heat transfer vinyl on the back of shoes. I use the reflective heat transfer vinyl for these. Everybody here has a shoe press. All you do
Sorry, we're moving around trying to get you guys situated.
You take the shoe, you press it up against the platen, you roll it like that, and the shoe's done. You don't need to buy any special platens or shoe presses or anything like that. Did the same thing with this pair of shoes right here. This has been through over 50 baseball games, over 60 practices, okay? And all still on there perfectly. This ball, anybody out here have the ball press?
Yeah.
Who has a heat press? If you have a heat press, you have the ball press too. Again, all I did, the auto clamp heat press, like this, you take the ball, you roll it against the press. This is heat transfer vinyl. This is the same vinyl that I put on my shirt, okay? That you're
down at the
using
booth.
for the baseball here. So that's really cool for customizing for unique trophies. So they can put the kid's name. Now, you're not going to be able to play with the ball like baseball, basketball. It's not for use. It's more for like a trophy or a souvenir. This here, glitter heat transfer vinyl. I'll be doing demos of this in the booth as well. I turned it into a sticker using the Bling Anything material. Okay, and then the other one you'll see here is just regular sign vinyl, so you can see the difference of them. This here is strip block. Okay. With this design here, this is actually a working QR code that are really easy to use now. All you need to do is hold your phone camera towards it, and it'll automatically scan it. You don't even need an app anymore. This will bring you guys directly to all of our social media. So if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Facebook page and the different things, it'll give you a list right on your phone to subscribe to all of them right here. So if this comes by and you say, I want to get on the YouTube channel or this, you scan it with your phone real quick, it'll bring you to all of it. It's really cool to be able to, I used to put stuff like this on the back of shirts and when I would go places or when I was at booths. I know some of you have been around long enough to where you saw, I did a full back of a shirt in all rhinestones that I wore to the show, and it was a QR code that was scannable. So again, it's something unique and different.
How do you get a QR code?
You can just make them, just go online, and there's all types of places where you can create them for free now. You can put your logo in the middle and everything. So I actually just created that one 2 nights ago before we came here.
Oh.
And it's completely free. And it tracks all of your clicks and everything. This one here, just some of our chrome mirror vinyl, just to show you the difference with the side vinyls. Something unique. This here, strip lock on the pedal. This comes out of all of these different things that you see are in different artwork packs or font packs that we have down at the booth as well. This is from one of our men's baby packs. So to customize something like this, I'm going to be showing you that type of stuff in the software here. That would, however quickly you can type, is how quickly you can customize that. Flip-flops here, glitter, customized, have a video. All of these things I'm showing you, I have videos teaching you how to do it. These here, like I said, we'll be making in the booth, and glitter with rhinestones, okay, for car decals, for your laptop, cell phone case, whatever you want. This one's a pretty cool one. Again, I'm going to show you the different features of how we create. So this design right here, what do you guys feel like is the most difficult thing when you're creating a design? Like, I know when I got started in this industry, I came to a show like this. Okay, I bought a bunch of artwork packs, right? You see the artwork packs at the show and they look great. And then you open up this full color artwork pack at the show, and this is what I was told, okay? Because I was pretty ignorant at the time as far as how it all worked. Is I said, so I can make this with my little cheap vinyl cutter? And they said, yes. Well, technically they weren't lying, because I could have. It was just 14 different colors and shades. So can you make money on any of that? Like if you're cutting a full color design, you're having to cut 14 layers and press 14 different colors. Technically you can do it, but you're not going to make any money on it, okay? So what we do that's different with our software and our artwork packs is we make it as simple as possible, because I've been there, I've gone through it, and I know how difficult it is to get. Even though the file looks good, it's not cut ready. And that's the difficult part, is getting it cut ready for your actual vinyl cover and color separated and priced and everything else. And this is, we'll run through and I'll just show you real quickly in the software for the first one how I made this design easy. I can sell this one, right?
On eBay?
On eBay. Until they shut you down. But just to show you as a sample, and I'll show you, and I'll pick one of you and say, hey, what's a high school in your area? And show you how easy it is to change it all around. Alright? But I want to get into some of the software stuff and kind of give you an idea of how it works and stuff. Who in here is completely new and doesn't have the software or really seen the software? I know some of you, okay? And then how many of you know about the software but don't currently have it? Decent amount of you, okay? So, here's what I want to kind of cover and show you some different designs and how I create. And please, we're here at a live class. Please ask me questions, okay? So if I get to a point and say, if you say, hey Matt, how did you do that, or why did you do that, and different things, please ask. You're not going to interrupt me, okay? So just raise your hand, yell, whatever you want, stop, and I'll explain it to you. One of the things I like to do, and a lot of you will see it with the different trainings and videos that I do, is I don't just go through and create the design and say you can do this. I like to go through step by step and say why I'm doing it and what it's actually doing, so you can learn the software and what Corel is doing and whatnot. So, first one I'm going to do is I'll just show you how I created that Rams design. Now, who in here currently owns the 4.0? So a lot of you that own the 4.0, you'll know when I do something that you're like, I didn't know you could do that. That's probably a 5.0 thing. But I'll be demoing just the 5.0 stuff and kind of down in the booth and show you all the new stuff. But I want to show everything for some of the newbies in here as well. So this is our software here, and this is our live template edit. Okay, that's where we can customize everything. So if I come over here to open template, and let's just say I have this pack right here, a TrueType pack volume 3. Now with this pack here, I'm going to pull that exact same design of that Ram shirt that's going around. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to click on this design here. So you can see my design. It says Brave River Pirate, it says soccer. It has nothing to do with Rams. It has no rhinestones on it, anything, right? So if I wanted to make it a Rams design, I just hit find text over here, and it's going to find all of the text within this area. Now, how many of you feel like you're pretty good with just basic Corel drawing? Good amount of you, okay? So, those of you who feel like you're pretty good with Corel, honestly, when I show a lot of these features, it's you guys that are like, wow, that would have taken me a long time. Where some of you who are brand new or don't even know Corel, you'll see me click a button and you'll be like, oh, that's kind of cool, it did that. You just don't realize it took 15 steps to get to that. So and that's what I want to explain. So with this here, I want to change this text around. So we're going to do a Rams one, so I'll go off and do this. Rams. And I want to do football, so I'm just hitting enter each time, and I type football. But see how when I type, whether it's Rams, whether it's Golden Knights, whether it's Yellow Jackets, whatever it is, it's going to stay perfectly within that area. Okay? So you don't have to think about the designing and learn the envelope tool and all of that stuff within the software. So now that I have that, obviously I don't want to stop it here, so I'm just going to go to change artwork. You can use any clip art you have currently. So if you have a boatload of clip art from another company or different stuff from us, from different packs, you can mix and match any type of vector clip art. So I'm going to come in here and I say, I want to use I'll use one out of that same pack, and I want to use the football in here. You can see all the different sports, but we have our football here. So click on the football, it swaps it out. Now, those of you who know Corel and Illustrator, you'll see these fonts in this text right here, how it has these contours around each of them, right? Well, for me to get this file cut ready, is this a cut ready file now?
No.
Not at all, right? Because the contours, it's not seeing those contours. So you're going to look at this file and you're going to be like, oh man, that's perfect. It's ready to go and send to my Bible cover. It's not even close to ready to go. So just to get these contours, because what my end goal is for this to be a vinyl, the white to be the shirt showing through, and this burgundy to be a vinyl. So it's going to be 2 colors of vinyl, 2 cuts, but give it a 3-color look.
Right, Toy?
So watch how I would do
Asking
that.
Pilar if there's
I'm
a
going to
mod
highlight my entire design. Remember, it's 2 different fonts
that we can
right
bring
now
up.
with contours. Highlight it all. Come over to this merge 3-color live text. I'm going to click on that, and it's a cut ready file. So I clicked on one button there, and it converted that whole thing to be cut ready. Think, those of you who know Corel, you know, you would have had to break it apart, you would have had to take this, you would have had to do a trim, and then the back minus front here, and then click on this, and shift, click on this, and do a back minus front here, and then click on the other one, click on the other one, and do a trim. Like, it would have been 12 to 15 steps, or you can click one button. Next thing I have, this here. I'm going to run through the process of how to do this, because this is the way I showed it in a class just last week. And then I'll show you guys in the 5.0 the way I would do it. So, I want to put rhinestones around this football, okay? So for me to put rhinestones around this football, here's what I would do. I would take the football here, and I want to create a boundary around it. So I'm going to come up here, this is our TRW toolbar, it's all of our most used features in Corel. I'm going to create a boundary. So that just created a boundary around my football. Now what I need to do is I need to take that boundary and I want to add stones around it. So I'm going to come over to my place and fill. And this is still, even the way I'm showing you now, it's still simplified way more than doing it just in Corel. So I would come over to my place and fill. I would do add stones to the outside in one island. So I would do an island fill. And then I would clear my path. And then I would take my boundary and I would hold shift. I would drag it to outside of the stone area. I would have to take all of these stones, but not my boundary, okay? And I would have to move those to the front, and you can't even see it, right, because it's hidden. And then I would have to take this boundary, shift-click on the black right there, and trim that. Take the boundary, shift-click on the burgundy right there, and trim that. Take this boundary, shift-click on the burgundy here, and trim that. And then one more time, click here, trim that. Then click on the boundary, delete that, and I have my stones around it. Every one of you would be able to do that right now, right?
Yes.
But that, honestly, that was a very quick process compared to you doing it just in Corel Draw. Now, I'm going to hit Control-Z and I'm going to go back from all those steps. Okay, so now, I have my football here. Alright? I want to do that same thing. Okay, I already have my text already. So I have my football here. I'm going to come over to my magic tab here. And I want to do a stone outline. So when I click that button, I'm done. So all of those things I just did and walked through, this is a cut-ready file. So, like I said, those 10 to 12 steps, but it's not that it's 10 to 12 steps, it's knowing the 10 to 12 steps. And doing, if I would have messed up one order of those 10 to 12 steps, it wouldn't have worked, right? Well, now I just did it in a click. So now what I can do, let's select same color, so we have kind of all of our burgundy color here. I'm just gonna weld that together. And I'm gonna come over to my Easy Weed, and I'm gonna go Caesar Easy Weed, and with the Easy Weed here, I wanna do, I don't know, whatever color I want here. And I'm gonna take the black, and then go select same color, so it selects all of my black. I'm gonna weld that together, and I can change that to a gold there. And then the stones, select same color, and I wanna make those crystal stones. So when I look at this in wireframe, this is a perfectly cut-ready file. Go back to my enhanced frame. I can go to my templates. I'm going to click on my vinyl overcut, and it's ready to send to my cutter. So I clicked on one button. Weed box mirrored, color separated. You can't tell because that's a circle, but the software is smart enough to know I'm using rhinestones, so I don't mirror the rhinestones, but it mirrors the heat transfer vinyl because it knows you're working with heat transfer vinyl. So it does all of that for you. Anybody here have on their vinyl cutter a mirror before cutting? Some of us do, right? I always did.
Not yet.
Now, the one bad part about that is some of you have that on your cutter. The software is going to do it for you automatically. Then you're going to mirror it again, and you're going to mess up your cut. So just remember, it's doing it for you. Now what I can do is check this out. I have my design. I want to see this on a men's shirt. Okay? How many of you that have the 4.0, when you're doing mock-ups and order forms, you see a red box sometimes? Right? Everybody's hand? So we simplify that entire process to make it easier.
No,
So
it's Corey
here's how
from
I
Pilar
would
went
put
to
it
look for a
on
map, so we're
men's
not so
shirt.
wobbly.
I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry.
Let's put it on a women's shirt. So I'm going to go Caesar glitter, and for the glitter, I'm going to use a gold glitter, and I'm going to use a royal blue glitter. Those of you who have seen a lot of the videos, remember that interactive fill tool where you have to go in and change the box
Hi,
around
Corey.
if the glitter is kind of pixelated? Well, we fixed that as well. All you need to do is come over here. If you want it to be a little bit smaller glitter, you can click here. If you want it to be a little bit bigger glitter, you can click here. So again, just to simplify the whole thing, highlight my design out. I'm going to play a little game here.
It is.
I have a rhinestone shoe kit that we have down at the booth for $20. You can do a pair of shoes like it was passed around. I'm going to have you guess real quick. Give me the exact cost. Wait, I got to do something different because you guys were here yesterday.
210.
Okay, we'll do that on the next design because I know you guys are smarter. You almost got me there. I wasn't thinking. Yeah. Dollars in there? All right, we'll play that game on the next design because we got to do it right. But check this out. Highlight design, click on this money sign right here. I have 16 cents worth of rhinestones.
Thanks, guys.
I have $1.02 worth of royal blue glitter and 90 cents worth of gold glitter for a total of $2.08 on this design. But this is a new thing in the 5.0 as well.
No
Everybody
thanks.
says, well, you have all of these heat transfer
Don't call me
vinyls
that,
and
Todd.
stuff over there, right? Well, what if I use something else? Or what if I want to add my own? Or what if I want to do this? Or, well, now in the 5.0, you can add as many vinyl libraries as you want into the software and add all the pricing and add all of the colors. So it's completely custom for you to add as many as you want. So you're not set on only what we set. Because my goal with the software isn't to force people to come buy material from us. The goal with the software is to help your business. So if there's a place down the road that you get vinyl from or whatever, we want you to be able to get that into the software and price it out perfectly so it's pricing it to the penny for you. So now check this out. I want to throw this just onto a women's burnout shirt real quick. I go to my mock-ups. Those of you who have the 4, you see this is a completely different layout now, right? Well, I want to simulate my stones, and I want to go on a women's burnout shirt. I click that button, and it's done. So it's basically a one-click. And then you say, well, I want a women's long sleeve shirt now. No problem, just go to here. You say, okay, there's my women's long sleeve shirt, click on it, and then it's done. And you can change the color of the shirt to whatever you want, just like before. You can zoom in here, all of the stones are simulated as well. So if I wanted this to go on a black shirt, I could say, there's my black shirt. I could come over here, and I could even say, I want to add some bling to it, and I can add a little bling star to it there. So now when I
Today's the first day for sun out here, and we're inside at the show.
It seems like a little cheesy thing, but I'm telling you, they would look at that and be like, wow, those are rhinestones and sparkling. I mean, it's a selling point when you send it to a customer. Now what I want to do is I want to throw this onto a order form, highlight my design. I'm going to do an order form for one product, okay? And I want to do an advanced order form. I want to simulate my stones. I don't have my logo in here. I probably should have put it in there, but we got it here. And I'm just going to, I want to do advanced. I want to add stones. And if I had my logo, I would do logo. I click on this, and this is what it's going to do here. It's going to, right in the top left, it says select a product. So the product I want to use is a women's long sleeve shirt. Now it says what type of product. So what this is saying is what type of kind of form do you want to go in here? Is it for a hat? Is it for a shirt? Is it for a mug? Is it for a decal? Whatever it is. Well, this is for a shirt. Now it's going to say enter the name of the women's long sleeve shirt. You can just keep it the same or type whatever name you want and hit OK. Select the design. So I want this design, OK, and then the price. Let's say we're going to charge 27 bucks. OK, and then it's just saying no logo found, because I don't have my logo entered in there, but there's your order form. And what's cool about it now, that you can never do in the software before, is that this part here where it talks about the shirt size and the XX and XXX and all of this, no matter if you put a hat or a mug or whatever, it always did a shirt part for that. Well, now you get to select or create your own custom. If you're doing a mouse pad or you're doing a Yeti mug or whatever it is, you can completely customize your order forms. Where, I don't know about you guys, but when I used to create order forms in the software that I had, to create a nice looking order form with a logo and all my information and everything, it would take me an hour and a half to create a professional looking. Especially, think if you had 4 shirts on it, right? And it had a sweatshirt, it had a t-shirt, it had a tank top, and something else. Well, it'll do 1, 2, 3, or 4 shirts. You can do 2 shirts, a hat, and a mug. Anything you want. Alright? Now, one more thing, and I'll do it on this next design here, but yeah, let me do it on the next one. So, RAM stuff here. Any questions on this before we move on to the next design? Yes, sir?
Licensing fees
For
the RAMs?
Oh, no chance you're making the RAMs. Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't know if everyone knew.
Oh, yeah. So that's why I was kidding around saying we can sell this design. Obviously, please don't sell the Rams design, because you're looking at $1 million. Like, I mean, back when my finished product side of the business was big, what I thought was pretty big, I had the CLC licensing for college, for the state of Florida, all the Florida colleges. But when I was looking into like a Major League Baseball stuff, even for them to talk to you, and it's probably way more now, this was 8 years ago, you had to have $2 million in sales just for them to talk to you about it. And then all of your actual fees, and it was ridiculous. So just for MLB at the time, not including your royalty fees or your percentage you paid them for each one, it was $250,000 if you had the $2 million in sales. So that's why they're obviously pretty strict on it. Okay? So we had another question over here.
Did you change the lights, what do you call it, the mock-up lights?
Yeah, I'm gonna get in, I'll show you guys how to do that. And it's so much better now than it was. Alright, so let's close this one out, and I'm gonna open up one here that is for, let me go, I wanna create a design that I think you guys could sell pretty easily.
Sorry, guys.
And anybody in here do birthday shirts? So birthday shirts were huge for my wife and I when we started our business. And the reason why is They have a birthday every year. Well, the coolest part about it, and the reason why I really like birthday shirts, was when you do a birthday shirt for a birthday party, and it's a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, whatever it is, they wear that birthday shirt to the party, and guess who else is at that party?
Other kids?
15 other kids whose moms are there, who see the birthday shirt and ask where they got it.
Sorry for
So
the whispering,
anytime you
guys.
made a birthday shirt, we handed out business cards for them. So what I did is I would give them a discount on the shirt and say, hey, here's 20 business cards. When all the other parents at your birthday party ask where you got your shirt, you could just give them a card. And it brought me so much business, it was crazy. So let's go to the
Nobody can hear us.
birthday, and we're going to go to the kids. And I'm going to do a kids from, let's do the kids live template volume 1. So this design here, and this one I like to show because this is what I was talking about earlier when I said the company that I started with and purchased from, they said, you can do that with your vinyl cover. Okay, can you?
Yeah.
How long will you stay in business?
No.
No chance, right? Because look at this in wireframe.
Oh.
Yeah, have fun with that, okay? Because all of the shading, everything you have to do with this. So you would have to cut a dark gray, and then a light gray, and then a black, and then a this, and
Imagine
it's
that.
insane,
Totally. I
right?
swear by this
So,
business.
same thing. What we do is we want all of this. So we have an elephant. Let's just say they like tigers, okay? I can come up here to my change artwork. I'm going to go through that kids pack, and I'm going to say, okay, kids pack volume 1. I want it tighter. But we want our artwork to basically grow with your business. So you might just have a vinyl cutter now, which means you're going to use probably one of these. But once your business grows and you get up in and you're doing sublimation or direct garment or screen print or anything else, now you also have that full color version because you don't have to worry about all those cut lines. So I'm going to use this tiger right here. So I'm going to double click on him, drops the tiger in there. Now, this is a cut ready file now? Still a mess, right? Look at all of that. Now, when it comes to all of those steps in CorelDRAW, watch what I would do here. Let's just say fine text, it's not Madison's birthday, it's
Kayla.
no, it's Jackson's birthday.
Try.
I say that because every single year for the past 8 years, I've missed my son's birthday because of this stupid trivia.
Oh.
His birthday was yesterday, so we always do our FaceTime with enough presents and everything.
Birthday Jackson.
So next year the plan is, we've done it once before, they all come out and then we go to Disneyland after.
Oh, that's cool.
So this here, watch what I can do. I'm just going to convert it to curves. Okay, so right up here at the top, I can convert everything to curves. So it's not live text anymore. So when I hit find text, see how it doesn't show anything there? That's how you know if it's a typable text or not. But watch how easy this is to get cut ready. I got my tiger there. I would have to create a contour. I would have to break it apart, click on it, shift click on this color, trim it out, do it over again, click on this. Or I can come down to my magic boundary down here. Let's see what the size of my design is. It's 6 by 7. So I'm going to do maybe a 0.07 magic boundary. And I'm going to remove the shapes behind my tiger right here. So when I click on magic boundary, I'm done. So if you look at this, there's not one overlapping cut line on that now. And that's ready to send it back. So again, that's something, if you don't know CorelDRAW, it's going to take you a half hour and you're going to pull your hair out. If you know CorelDRAW, it's going to take you 5 minutes, or it can take you 1 second if you click. So it's just a matter of knowing the trims and the back minus fronts and the shift clicks and all of that to get to that. Now that we have this, we can say, okay, I'm going to select the same color. I have all the black. I always like to weld it together.
Sorry,
okay?
y'all.
And then the reds, I'll select the
There's
same
noise
color
we don't
there. And I will weld this together. Now I want to show you something. This is a little thing in CorelDRAW, and the reason why I like to do this design as well. Anybody see anything that happened? Watch this. Let me go to here and go to my wireframe. Do you see anything? What's wrong? See that little area inside the tube? Have any of you ever worked in Corel where you would have like text and it blacks it all out like that?
Yeah.
Okay? Watch what I'm going to do. double click on the black area right here. Just go to one of the nodes and right click and reverse subpath.
And out the bottom too.
Right click and reverse subpath.
Sure.
And that's how you fix that.
Thanks, Trisha.
Okay? Now, did that really matter? It didn't matter because it still would have cut perfect for me. Okay? Where it matters is when I give them, it's not going to be the exact design that I'm selling. So that's why I would still spend the extra to reverse the subpath and make it, the mock-up look exactly like the shirt that I'm going to make.
Would the weed still have it in there where you can remove it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So had I had like this,
Yeah.
when you look in the wireframe, it's still going to cut it. As long as you can see that cut line there, it's still cutting it perfect. But we just want our mock-up to look exactly like the mock-up's going to look. So that's why I spend the extra time to say, and it's weird, you never know when it's going to happen. Those of you who have seen it, and it's just random, and it's just a little Corel bug that's just weird, but at least there's a fix for it. Okay? So, got that there. Let's go ahead and get that one out now on run 3. Any question on the birthday design? Good to go? Okay, so this one here, I want to show you. I'm going to just do a lowercase k. Now with this design here, I'm going to come over to my fonts, and I want to do a font that is, let's do my basketball one. So I have my basketball KO, and we're doing it for a ladies basketball team. So I'm going to use my basketball lady KO players. So this has got the girl inside the actual text already. Well, I want it to be 2 colors. I come up here and I hit this 2, and now it's a 2-color design with the girl inside of it. Okay, this is a typeable font. I can type whatever I want with it. But it's also cut ready now. It's ready to go. Well, maybe I want it for a men's basketball. So I can come over here, basketball players, and I could do this one here. Or I could do a basketball pattern. So this is, all of these different ones in different sports are in one of the font packs, where it's one of our sport font packs. So I want to show you how, with the design like this, you can get a pretty cool design with a few features. All right? How many of you in here use defont.com? I'm not even looking, I can just feel a lot of hands. So how many of you are in here are allowed to use defont.com for shirts that you sell? I feel like not as many hands went up. All right? The reason why is because you don't have a commercial licensing with those fonts. They're for personal use. Use Google fonts. Okay? Google fonts, they have almost 1,000 fonts on there, and they give you the commercial licensing, so you're actually doing it right. Like, you're allowed to use those fonts for your business. The chances of you pulling a font off defont.com and anybody knowing or coming and giving you, probably you have a better chance of winning the lottery, but if you want to do it right and not even have to think about it, then use Google fonts and you don't have to worry about it. So, one of the fonts in Google Fonts is the Pacifico font. I really like this font. So I take this font here, and then move it up into this area, and I'm going to say, okay, that looks pretty good there. And let's just say their colors are gold, black, and like a gray. So I'm going to take this area here, and I'm going to make this my gold. I'm going to take this and make this my galaxy black, and then I'm going to take this and make that more of my silk. So that's our black silk. So does that look pretty good there?
No.
No.
You don't like my design?
No, you gotta knock it out.
So here's the thing. It's not going to look good, and you don't want to layer the glitters on glitters, obviously, if it's a shirt that you're washing. But I also don't like how the text is just kind of going straight across. So what I would do is I would come over here and just use my envelope tool. And inside my envelope, I'm just going to hit add new. I'm going to hold control and just drag it up a little bit. So just add a little bit of an arc to it. It took me 5 seconds to do that, but it adds a lot to the design. Now, this script font, is
Pacifico.
it a cut ready font if I were to just go cut it now?
No.
Why not? Yep, so going to wireframe, see that issue? That's going to be an issue with your vinyl cut, okay? How do I fix that? Right up here at the top, I'm just going to hit the weld, and it welds all that together so it's cut ready, all right? So, let's go ahead and move this back into the area that we had it, all right? I want this to be, let's say, right there. And now, that I have that there, I want to get this kind of knocked out of that area. So I always like to, and remember, an easy way to see and check is go to Define Text, see how it still has the letters there. That means it's still a typable font. So I always like to just convert it to curves. And now I know it's basically nodes instead of a true type font or a typable font. But watch what I can do. This is really nice. Remember that magic boundary that we used on the kids' design? I can say, okay, magic boundary, what size is this? This is 6 inches. Let's make it a decent size for a shirt. Let's go maybe 7.6 by 8.6. That looks good. Lady Night, remove shapes behind, and this time I'm going to do a contour as well. So when I click on that, it's done in the cut ready. So when I go to my wireframe, this is ready to go and send to my vinyl cutter. As soon as I click one button, which is highlight, templates, vinyl overcut, and there's my color separated files. Okay? Back to page 1. Let's just say I was going to sell this shirt for 22 bucks. How could I sell it for 27 bucks and not spend 1 penny more? Right? Well, we would spend a little bit more because of the stones, though, right? But an easy way to get it up to 32 bucks. Custom, right? So, but to not spend $1 or a penny, here's what I would do. They're number 23. I'm going to use one of my athletic fonts. Use my athletic team font. Man, it just right there, doesn't it? Throw that 23 right there. Can't layer the glitter on glitter, right? Not going to look good. Convert it to curves. So what do? I come back to that exact same button that I used again, but a different purpose for it this time. My magic boundary. Click on that, and now that's the shirt showing through, and it makes that 23 pop even more. So now it's completely customized and ready to go. So once I have this, we're good to go on this design. I just want to throw it onto a women's long sleeve shirt real quick. I can go to my mock-ups. There it is, all set up for me. I don't need stones. Click on that, and boom, we're good to go. So here's the game we're going to play. Got that shoe kit. We're going to up it to a full artwork pack. All right? So those of you who were in the class yesterday, I'm not a big fan of the 75th place trophy. All right? So I think if you get a trophy, you need to earn it. Well, the only way you can earn this trophy is hitting it on the button. So if you guess, I'm going to pick about 10 or 15 of you, you guess the exact cost and heat transfer vinyl. It's going to be based off of buying it by a 5-yard roll, 20-inch wide Caesar glitter heat transfer vinyl. Colors, black, gold, and the black silver. So if you can guess the exact number, you get one of our up to a $386 artwork packs for free. What do you got?
223.
223.
What's the size?
$1.85.
$1.38.
$1.38.
320.
320.
177.
177. 180. 260. 157. 118. 4 more.
321.
321.
198.
198.
245.
245 and 2.
147.
Corey's guessing 216, you guys. We'll see if she's right.
173. I don't remember any of those numbers, so don't lie to me.
I'll say 213. Yesterday at Rhinestone.
And the winner is. Click on the little money sign here. Now, why do you think it's 41 cents?
Error.
Why do you think it's 41
That's
cents?
not 41 cents.
No. Why do you think it's 41 cents?
Is it counting all as glitter?
He was on the 23.
Okay.
So, believe me, you'll do this a lot, okay? Because I was here and I clicked on it, because I only had the gold glitter clip, it only priced the gold glitter. Because if you have multiple designs, you don't want to price everything. So, once I highlight the whole thing, someone was close to 205.
I said 213.
205, who was closest?
I said 213. I said 213.
223?
No, 213.
Yeah, I know. Can you go over?
I know.
For those who don't, wait. Well, the
Just
reason
the
why I like to do
grub
that, the reason why I like to do that is some of us
We're
were
Matt's
in the
bodyguards,
low
guys.
dollar range, some of us were in the high
He's praying through the
$3
trade show with us.
If you don't know your actual material cost, how can you price your shirts right? Because if you're doing a 50 shirt order or a 100 shirt order and you're $2 off in your material cost, then you just lost $200 on that job before you even started. So that's
I'm
the whole
sorry, this
goal
thing's heavy.
software-wise, is to help you with that. So let me show you one more thing. with
Thank you,
this.
Cheryl.
Now I have that design. I want to get a proof sheet for the customer for them to sign off on and approve it. Okay?
I did have a question.
Right.
When I installed my software,
Uh-huh.
I clicked on $, it didn't go to the actual file to determine how
What do
do
you
you
mean?
send it. You know, when you clicked on the $sign,
Uh-huh.
mine didn't go to tell me, it just
What
didn't
did
go
it say?
anywhere. Nothing, you just click on it, it doesn't show.
Did you have your design selected?
I don't know, I gotta check it.
That's, if you don't have anything selected, it won't do
It
anything
won't do
because
it.
it's not looking for anything.
There's not-
So that may have been it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so check this out. Now if I right click on the money sign, this is where our software really stands apart from all of
It was
the others.
209.
You can enter all this information. I like to save like a basic one in here so I don't have to re-enter it each time, okay? So what did you charge for the setup and design fee? I just said $10. Hourly rate of the employee handling the order, okay? $10.25. How many minutes did the setup and design fee take? Like to do the emails, create the
I'm gonna try and
design,
take the knob off,
everything else.
guys. It might shake for a second. Sorry.
All of that stuff you're putting in here. What's the retail price of this shirt? Let's just say it's $40. Now, what percent discount are you giving them? Well, actually, we don't have, it's customized, so we'll probably say, I would say around $27. I'm gonna give them a 10% discount because they are gonna order 25 of these shirts. How many minutes to produce each of them? Well, if I'm making one of them, it might take me 12 to 15 minutes to get the vinyl out and cut it and weed it and everything. But if I'm making 25 of them, obviously that time's cut way down because I'm cutting multiples at the same time, weeding them and everything else. So, highlight my design there. And how many minutes? Now it goes from 12 to, let's say, 8 minutes per design. What's your total quantity being produced? 25. Now, this is for your overhead costs to help you with that. About how many products do you produce, your business, a month? And then about what is your cost per month as far as to run your business? So electric and stuff like that. Some of you may be in a storefront location where you have rent and internet and all of these extra things as well. So the software is going to help you figure out all of that stuff. So when I come over here and hit price, it's going to process through this, spit out all this information for me, but what I really want is I want to fill out the customer's information here so I always have it. So when they come back, how many of you have done a shirt before and that customer comes back or calls you a week later or a year later, right? And they say, I want the same shirt I ordered from you last year. What are the chances do you remember that? And I want that glitter-like stuff that you put on it. And I think it was blue, but it might have been orange, but it could have been pink.
We
And you're
already
supposed
have
to
so
remember
many
exactly
things
what you made for them. And then you're supposed to remember how much you charged them. Well, all of that stuff saves. You can put notes, whatever you want. So when I come over here and I hit OK, and I want an internal and a customer pricing breakdown, when I create the printable pricing breakdown, what we're going to do is it's going to process through. I just don't have my logo in it, so it's going to say no logo found. And this is what we're going to get now. So there's all of the customer's information. This is the customer one. So there's the different vinyls that I use, all the colors. I didn't use stones on this design. Retail was $27. They ordered 25 of them. We gave them a 10% discount. The total order cost was this. Tax was this. This is what they paid. Down here, here's different custom areas. They sign off on it, approving everything in the order. So they don't say, I want a red shirt, then you make it on a red shirt, and they say, but I told you I wanted a green shirt. Well, you approved the shirt color, the vinyl colors, everything on the form here. Now, the internal pricing side of it is this. And this is for you. Please don't mix this up and give it to your customer, because you will be selling a shirt for a few bucks. So it's going to break down how long it took you to produce that shirt, what your employee wages are, what your business overhead cost was, what your material and labor cost was. how much you charge. So your business on this order is gonna make $422.75
Should be
after all of your
available
costs,
today or
or
this weekend.
$126 an hour. So now, any of you that are worried as far as pricing your shirts, you can run this quick before you price somebody on something and just say, okay, this shirt
Thanks,
is
Corey.
3 colors of glitter. I know those normally take me about this long to make. Guesstimated in there, at least it's gonna give you an idea of, man, I can't charge $15 for that. I'm only gonna make $70 on this entire order that's gonna take, how long is it gonna take to produce it? A little over 3¼ hours, all right? So it's gonna give you an idea of how long that entire job is gonna take as well. So back to page 1, I can save this as a CDR file, and then all of these different mock-ups and everything that I've done are saved. So when I save this as customer Matt Basalo, order number 1004, I just look that up, pull it up, I have my cut file ready for next year when they're ready again, pricing, everything.
Do you have a way to include shipping in that?
As far as for the price on it,
Either or for the customer or just for your own
let
calculation?
me see. So if you have, a good idea.
What was the question?
To include
Oh, thank you.
Version 6.
Don't give him more to add to 5.
That kind of stuff.
I see 5.1.
What will normally happen is with something like that, I hate it when companies nickel and dime you to death. And, okay, you got this, now buy this for $15 more, and buy this for this. And so that's something that we would honestly just put in there and say, hey, 5.0 users, go to your order history, re-download the 5.01, and now it has shipping in that area of the order form. So when we update stuff like that, the only time we ever charge for updates is when it's a huge update like we've done with this, with a ton of upgrades.
Todd, what do you
I
mean by
can
custom line
guarantee you,
item?
like this button that I'm about to show you, and I showed you earlier, where it has 3 of them, probably within a month, there'll probably be 10 buttons there that are doing stuff, and you won't pay any extra for it. So your software will get better as you own. All right? Any questions on the pricing stuff?
Go back to the mock-ups or the
Sorry.
cut files. Does that calculate the price on the whole total of the dot?
When it calculates your price, it calculates the price with the weed box and a 1/4-inch margin.
The
of
whole
waste.
thing
Yep,
for each car?
correct, yep.
Okay.
That's why you see every color is a little bit different, but it's calculating not just the square inch of the design, but of the whole cut file plus a 1/4-inch margin of waste. Because I know when you trim it, you trim it as close as you can to that line, but you don't trim
swear I'm
it
not
right
dying.
on the line
Oh.
every time. Well, that's the material you're using.
Hey, Matt.
So when it comes to those materials, that's where, when you come up here to the vinyl area and you right-click,
Yes.
these are all of your different materials there, okay? So if I wanted to add something in there, I could come over here and say, what vinyl library do I want to add? I want to add thermoflex, or this, or that, and you can put all of that stuff in there. What's up?
Todd was saying that for the shipping, you'd include it in custom line item. I'm being told on the YouTube Live to tell you that.
Oh, okay. So what he's saying is we have an area there for just kind of miscellaneous costs, but I
Type
see
it
what
in.
you're saying as well. You could do that temporarily, but it would also be nice for the customer to see what that miscellaneous cost was, so if it said shipping.
Now, all it says that you're doing the magic boundaries and contour cuts, is that on part of like a tutorial or something? You gotta show them how.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
So, we're the only software in the industry that does this. Basically, and I'm not sure if I'm online, maybe I am. So, I think I am. If you go to the video tutorial tab, okay, and you want to know what the knockout button does, you'll see it's a replica layout of the working interface. So if I go here, nothing changes. I want to know what this button right there does. I can click on that, and it's going to bring me to a 3 to 5 minute video, and the only thing I explain, I know the internet's real slow, but the only thing I talk about in that video is what that one button does and how you use it, okay? So you don't have to go read a 300-page manual sitting in your closet somewhere and trying to decipher what a programmer is telling you to do. It's me explaining how you would actually use something like that in the software on a design. Okay? So, let's move on to the next one. This is a good one, especially for you 4.0 users. This is a sample that I use in a lot of different designs, okay? I have this one here. So, the book that was being passed around is up here. This
Matt,
design right here.
It's over there on the chair.
Oh, there it is. This design right here. Then how many of you have done a knockout design before? Outside of the wizard.
Oh, yeah, I have.
So outside of the wizard, it's difficult, right? There's
Yes.
a lot of different steps involved. Once you get it down, like I could do one in Corel Draw in probably, say, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, outside of the wizard part, so just in Corel or Silhouette Designer Edition or whatnot. But then to add the stones, that's a whole next level, right? As far as getting all of those perfect and stuff. I'll pass this around
Thank
so
you,
you
Corey.
guys can see it. Let me show you how you would do that. I got, all this is basic text, okay? I'm gonna weld it together. I'm gonna take my eagle, I'm gonna put it on top. There's nothing special about that eagle file. It could be your high school logo of a cougar or a hawk or whatever you want. It could be a baseball, it could be anything. It could be, if you're doing something for a church, it could be a cross or a Bible, anything you want. Here's how I would do a knockout design. Highlight the design, I would come over to this KO button, I would click and it's done. Okay? So that's a perfectly ready to go knockout design. Now, a lot of people that don't know, what is a knockout design? What's better about a knockout design than a regular design? Well, you guys tell me. This one here is a knockout, this one is not. Which one looks better? You can't even read half of the letters. Is that an O or a C? Because half of it's covered up. Well, with the knockout, it knocks out the dead areas, so the letters still look perfect, but you can still see the eagle. Okay? Now, remember that one that I did with the ball, and I did all of the trims and the boundary and all of that on that Rams design we just did a little bit ago? It's even more steps with the rhinestones with the eagle. So we would do the eagle, we would create the boundary on the eagle, we would do the trim, and like it's 12, 15 steps. I don't want to walk all the way through that now because in the software we just released this morning, here's the way I would do it. I have that, I'm going to highlight my design. Let's just say I want the stones to be a black diamond. Highlight my design. I will come over to my magic tab here, and I want probably the stone knockout, okay? And I click that button, and it's done. So that did probably 15
Anyone else hear
minutes.
angels singing right now?
And the wizard, let alone Corel. I mean, if you're just doing it in Corel, you're placing each one of these dots individually. Okay? So this design, some of you in here have been to the in-house training where we do a full 3-day training. Okay? That's one of the designs with the stones and stuff that we do in that in-house training. We have an entire hour-long class dedicated to teach the 20 or 30 people that are at that class how to do what I just did now in one click. Okay? So all of the in-house trainings for the past 3 years, that was an hour-long class. And it was still difficult to figure out, especially for people that were new.
So, when they do the stones, is it a sheet and the cutter just cuts around the?
What's that now?
I'm talking about the stones.
Explain the magic
flock.
flock.
What we cut the stones out on is a template material. Okay, it's called magic flock template material. We do demos in the booth, and you can brush them in and everything. So what it does is it takes this design here, and I'm going to go to my templates and do my vinyl overcut. So see how it automatically mirrored the others but not the stones? This is what I would send to the cutter to cut my template material with. It cuts all the circles the perfect size for the stone size that I'm using, and then you just brush in the stones. That would take, even though it's probably, how many stones do we have in that design? Let's see, we have...
Or am I going to ask Matt that I don't have any power? I'll try.
225 stones in that design. That would take me 10 seconds to brush it, and every stone will be in there perfect. And you'll be able to do it in the booth and see it. Yes?
Is there special software that would require you to communicate between your program and your...
Whatever your cut software is. So which cutter do you have? Okay, so...
You guys,
you'll
I don't know
see
if I
we
have
actually
power to do that or
the
not. I will
export
ask
tab.
Matt though.
we have.
I think Joe might be
GCC
able to give us
back
permission.
in the
I have no
But if you
idea.
have, whether you have the GX24, the GS24, the gray one or the white one, but it's still talking to Cut Studio. So basically, you just take the file, like what I would do is I would take the file, I click on roll and send to Cutter, it opens up Cut Studio for you with the file that they're ready to go. Or Cutting Master for the graph cut, or Ray Cuts for GCC.
So we have a really old cutter, and we just save everything as a PLT. Is that what that's doing, or?
So what you can do, if you have a US cutter, okay? We don't have all of the coding and stuff to put a US cutter into it, so the only thing you would do, if you have a US cutter, you would take your cut file, and you would say, this is what I'm gonna cut. I would export it as an EPS or an SVG or whatever your cut software for your cutter brings in, whatever it is. Then you would just bring that, save it as, export it as that file and bring it in and cut. So if you don't have one of these
Yeah, so you can
cutters,
send all your
it would take
SVGs to
you
a
an
Cricut,
extra minute to
and it
do
can even cut
Because
the
you would
Magic
have
Flock
to
template
save it,
material.
Open up your
I'd set
cutting
a custom
software,
setting of
and
250
go
pressure
file open
and double
open
cut
it
on a
and
Cricut for Magic Flock.
So it's not like it's a lot longer, it's just more steps.
Have you gotten it to where we can save it to where it goes to an actual rhinestone machine yet?
To where what?
Goes to an actual rhinestone machine?
I'm still trying to talk to Hotfix Error and a couple of the different ones. They're really kind of proprietary on their software and don't want anybody to use other softwares, but there are some different third-party softwares out there that will convert stuff into, which machine do you have?
I think it's Decor.
Okay, I'll tell, I know with the CAMS machine, there's some different third-party stuff that does it easy, because we have 2 of the CAMS machines that we send to all the time, but I'll look in and see if there's anything
Oh, and
new
the one
with
that I
that
just
as well.
did?
Okay, thank you.
All right, we're good with that,
It's
knock
like
that
800.
design pretty easy, pretty simple with that.
Yeah,
Now,
it's something.
I want to show you one of the biggest things that I like with this is being able to add all of, because I feel like it's impossible to sell something if you can't show somebody what it actually looks like, right? And so many of the softwares out there, you can't really show somebody what it looks like, and this is what I did all the time. I would actually have to make physical product, right? And waste the time. I would make the shirt, get the vinyl, cut the vinyl, weave the vinyl, all this stuff, put it on a shirt and say, this is what it's gonna look like. And they would say, I don't really like that. And then I would redo the whole thing again, right? And now I'm 2 hours into making samples, and you know what my process was for a vinyl car decal?
God, thank you.
If you don't know, I started as the decal world, okay? So my wife and I's business started as the decal world. All we did was car decal, all right? Here was my process for all of our eBay customers and customers on our website. They would say, what does this decal look like in blue on a tinted window? You know how I did that? I got my blue vinyl, I cut it, I weeded it, I app taped it. I went to the garage, I backed out the car, I applied it to the car, I took a picture of it, I came back in, I emailed it to them, I said, this is what the blue looks like. And what do they say? Do you have a lighter blue? Can I see what that looks like? And I would say no. So, but I physically, and you know how much of a pain in the butt it is to peel off every single one of the letters and stuff off your car each time? It sucks. And I was doing that for every mock-up that I did for people because that's how I had to do it back then. So, here's what I always like to show with a design like this. Let's say this is one of the local schools, right? And I don't want the rhinestones on it. I just want vinyl. But I could take this here, and I could come over to my sign vinyl. So I'm going to go sign vinyl. I'm going to do some white sign vinyl. I'm going to shrink this down. I haven't changed anything with this design, right? I'm going to go 4 by 6.7 inches. I'm going to come over to my mock-ups, and instead of that, I'm going to go to my TRW, and I'm going to do a car twin. So when I click on my car window here, there it is on the back window of my car. So that took me 25 minutes before. And they say, okay, can I see what it looks like in yellow? Yeah, no problem. There it is in yellow. You want a different yellow? There's a different yellow. You want a gold? There's a gold.
They say we want a different car.
Anything like that?
I said, what if they say
And you're damn, it was. So that's the next thing I'm getting ready to show you. So all of these here, and those of you who have the form, it was cool because you could input all of your custom products into it, right? As many as you want. And then it had a drop down, and honestly on mine, I don't even have my main computer that I use in the office. I had like 250 different mock-ups, and it was just a huge list. There was no order to it or anything, all right? Now what I can do, watch this. I'm gonna come in here.
We have to find out where shakes are. We'll look for a toy.
Let me grab
Dad, Google shake places in the long
about
beach
here,
area.
and I'm just gonna grab a regular shirt. So let me grab this white shirt here. So this shirt right here, there's nothing special about this given shirt, okay? So if I put a black background behind it right here real quick, you'll see. This shirt has, it's just a basic JPEG, okay? So watch what I can do with this shirt. And this is something, this mock-up creator, there's softwares out there that don't even do as much as this one tab that are over $300, all right? But watch what this is gonna do. First thing I want to do, it's all pixelated, nothing special. When I click on all these colors, it doesn't do anything, right? So I don't want it to look like it's all smoke and mirrors. It's actually, watch what I can do in 2 clicks. I have this, I'm going to hit Create Auto Boundary, okay? So that just traced the perfect boundary around that JPEG. A lot of you guys have seen me use the B-Spline tool, right? It would have taken me, and I'm pretty good at it, a good 3 minutes to click, 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 click.
Patricia,
click,
we don't
click
know where
all
the
way
pie crate
around. That's
is.
how I
Can you
do
let
my
me know?
classes. So, highlight them
Thanks.
both, cut out color change mockup. I've hit 2 buttons so far, right? Create auto boundary, cut out color change mockup. Now, it looks the same, right? Well, let's add that black box back behind it now.
Boom.
Looks a whole lot better, right? Zoom in, all my pixelation's gone. It's still just a regular file, but I did that inside contour to
Thanks,
cut
Maria.
out all the pixelation, just so it looks better, okay? But what I can also do, I can change it to a yellow shirt, or a blue shirt, or a pink shirt, or a purple shirt. So any color I pick up now, it's changing to those colors to show them what it's gonna look like in a different color shirt. And you can do that with hats, with mugs, anything you put into the software. So, this is a blue
Thanks,
shirt
Trisha.
here. I want to get this in here. So I'm going to come down here. I say I want it to be a 10-inch wide design, and I'm going to create the design placement. It's going to give me this red box, and I'm going to say I want it to go right here. Because you can say I want it to go left
Okay.
chest, right chest, what size, anything you want. And I'm going to just do it as a white shirt. Now, highlight both of them. I'm going to come down here, and these are the different folders I have. So I could just add this to the men's right here and call it whatever I want, or I could add a folder, and I'm going to call this one New Men's, and hit OK, and I want this to be New White. And now that I have the New Men's and the New White, I'm going to save custom product. It's going to blink here for you, and it says product has been saved, New Men's, New White. So, OK. Let's come back to one of my designs here that I have. Let's see, I got my Eagles design here, and I'm going to come over here to my mock-ups. I have New Men's there and New White. Gives you the proof and everything, click on it, and it's done. So that shirt is in the software forever now until I decide to delete it. Okay? And you can create as many different categories as you want, anything you want. But now it's going to be a lot more organized for you guys as well. If you want a category for mugs and
Judy, yes,
hats
there's a
and this
deal
and
on the
that.
4.0, I believe.
Now, I come back from there and I
Corey
say,
said like an
okay,
outgoing deal.
what I
You
want
have
to
to
do with
email
this
him directly.
is I want to, let me pull that little design we did down in the booth over there. I'm going to come in here and this Rams design. So I did glitter on stones. What's really, really pop, how many of you have done the bling anything with the glitter and stones like this?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of you that have seen the videos and done some different stuff
Judy,
with
I'm
it.
not sure what the outgoing
If you want to
deal
be
cover
different
is,
and offer
but just
stuff
email
that
Corey at the
people
Rhinestone
aren't
Roll.
seeing yet,
I think it's
you can, not the Rams design obviously, but a high
deal at
school or something.
therinestoneroll.com.
This is dishwasher safe, okay, on our bling anything material. It's pressed. This actual, I put the Rams one on it yesterday. But this design has been through the dishwasher now over 40 times, and it's still perfect. Had I put sign vinyl on this, it would have been long gone, okay? Even hand washing it just from the oils of your hands. This has been on here over 40 times in the dishwasher and probably close to 2 years worth of trade shows of people touching it.
Is it specially treated mud?
What's that?
Is it specially treated mud?
No, got it from Target. Any mug, anything you want. Your laptop, your mug, anything. Any smooth flat surface.
So the bling anything,
Uh-huh.
is it, should it go through your cutter or?
Yeah, but you don't have to. I trim around it. We have them to where we can make them in the booth so you can see the whole process. And I'll be doing demos throughout the day and making that exact design and layering the glitter on the stone. Yeah?
When you price that out, will it do the bling anything also, like the material you're using, the bling anything in the glitter? You know, when you see how it's with your cost.
That's already something we are at.
Super close up.
That's something that we already have in there that I didn't get in by this morning, but it's going to be in there. What this just adds, so he asked if it's going to price out the bling anything material as well. It was a lot harder to figure that out because it's looking at something completely different, but that is something that is going to be in the 5 that doesn't cost anything once we put that in there.
Does the bling anything have to be pressed onto the mug, or is it just?
No. So you're pressing all the vinyl onto, here's the easiest way to think of it, and this is the way I like to explain it to people. I have my transfer, okay? I have my rhinestone or my heat transfer vinyl design. Do I want to press that to my shirt, or do I want to press it to the bling anything material? Think of the bling anything material as your shirt. That's the easiest way to explain it. You press that to the bling anything material, and now it's a sticker, and you can stick it wherever you want.
So, I mean, so we did them yesterday in the class, but so there's, once you guys do a sticker done.
Then they just
Who's
fill
in
it off
that
like a
some
regular
logo?
sticker
I think
and
it's for the
stick it on.
Rams.
No.
It's
No
just a show
application
sample that he's
tape, no.
showing for a demonstration.
It's pretty easy. So, what's cool about this is check this out. I have that there now. Well, these mugs, the cups and the mugs, I added these in the software this morning. So I come over here and I say I want this to go in the Arctic Silver mug. I click on it, and there it is perfectly on my mug. Now, that doesn't look great to me, okay? It has a bunch of white circles on it. Well, go back, simulate stones, click on that mug. Looks a whole lot better now, right? But that's exactly what that mug is going to look like.
Can you show the blingy sparkle?
So I don't have to make that actual physical
I love that thing.
product
Yes.
waste time. More than the material, because what do we have in material cost? In material cost, we only have 75 cents of material cost, right? A little bit of bling anything material cost as well, but it's more the time involved in cutting it all when you're creating those samples for the customers, right? So, pretty easy with that. Any questions as far as adding the mock-ups?
Do you have a hoodie design, like with the boards, some kind of board?
Look at Matt's screen.
Yeah. That sounds familiar, doesn't it?
A little bit.
So I actually just did a class, was it last week or 2 weeks ago?
I think it was about 2 weeks ago.
On that exact thing, on how in the software to, but then once you do it one time, you save it like that, and then it always, basically, does everybody understand what he's asking?
No.
With the hoodie design, when your cords are hanging down for the hoodie, and you see it everywhere, right? People do the mock-up, and it throws the design right on top, and it's covering the cords, and you can just tell it was kind of just thrown on there. It doesn't look realistic. Well, in the training that I did, I show you how to take the cords, change the layers on them with a quick little trace of them, so the design actually sits under that layer, and it looks like the cords are on top of the design, so it looks realistic. Again, that's kind of like the little blink
Judy, I
star.
think it's just going to build what we already know
Kind
and
of
make it
a lot of
even
people will look
easier.
at them like, well, do I really need to do that? If you want to sell it, I guarantee you will sell more because it looks more realistic. Because, like you said, you can't stand it when it sits on top of it either. What we got?
Matt, on the bling, are you using the bling anything material, making your own bling, or are you using the bling sheets?
Just the material, just the blank material to press
Putting
to
your
it.
own rhinestones on it?
Yeah,
Oh.
yep.
On the mock-up with the mug, would you mind showing the little bling sparkle things? Because that's what sold me on the wizard.
Yep. So the mock-up with the mug,
I'm a girl.
I can come over here, I can go to my, under the mock-ups, we have add bling right there, and I can just click on these little areas here. And if I hold shift, it makes a smaller bling. If I don't, it makes a bigger one.
You see that
And
guy?
then it just kind of gives a little sparkle look to it.
Thank you.
Can you create a mock-up with multiple positions? Like a lot of what I do when I do rhinestone is like on a shirt or on a hoodie, they'll want one on one side and one so they're like reversed.
You can do like front and back.
Well, like
But-
if you got a hoodie, like they'll want some here,
Yeah.
want some here.
I think I know what you're, so if you say I want a design here and then another design down the side here,
No, it's usually the same design, it's just reversed over here. So-
Left
so
chest,
it's
right chest.
symmetrical, but
so two different designs, left chest and right chest.
pockets or
Gotcha. I'll look into it. Right now, no, but I'll definitely look into that. The hardest part is gonna be knowing which design is gonna go into which box, but we should probably code something similar to that where it could do it. That would be cool.
Wouldn't you just do you could create a mock-up or a price sheet with multiple,
Locations?
same shirt, different locations?
Oh, yeah. you can-
Well, what I know, I already know a back-end way that I could do it.
Okay,
We have different boxes for the front shirt and the back of the shirt.
right.
So I could grab the box for the front design and then the box for the back design, call it a front and back, and then knowing that the second one would be the back design. But obviously we would be able to, I think we could do something where we could clean it up and be easy. That would be difficult for you guys to know how to grab the files and where to put them and stuff. But that probably could be something that we could simplify and make easier. Definitely. All right, questions on that before we move on? What do we got? Oh, we're good, we're good. So, next one I got here. How many of you have learned from different videos and stuff how to create a live template? So, live templates with the 3 eyes, and you guys hear me talk about all that stuff. And so, to create a live template, it can take, for me to do one, it might take 2 minutes to create a live template with an envelope. Someone new, it might take 15 minutes to do it, just as a matter of knowing the steps. This text effects one is probably my favorite new feature when it comes, and especially for new users, the easiest feature when it comes to the software. So let's just say I wanted to bring in, I'm going to go add artwork, and I'm just going to bring in, and I want to do a decal, okay? Who in here doesn't feel comfortable, like really comfortable with like envelope tools and all that stuff? Be honest, it's okay. I didn't either, all right? So a good amount of us, right?
It's okay.
And that's the goal. That's the whole reason why we created this. So watch what I can do here now. I have my live templates, volume 3. I'm going to bring in my basketball. So I just have my basketball
Look how easy this
design there.
is.
I'm going to come over to my text
those
effects, and I want a one-color live text.
Oh my god.
And I want it to have an envelope like this. Or maybe I want it
Just
to
trying to show
have one
you.
like this, or like this. I'm going to use this one here.
Dude, check this
So
out. Look how fast these
I
envelopes
have
are now.
that into my envelope, so I'm going to come over here, I'm going to hit apply. And there's my envelope, ready to go. Let me move it to, what, about 5 inches. Take that, put that there, and then I'm just going to duplicate this one. I want it to be the upside down one, and apply, and put that there. And now I have a card decal that's ready to go. So their team name is, let's say, the Southeast Seminoles. It's a local high school. I can go Southeast Seminoles, and I have a card decal that's done. So you don't even need to know anything about envelopes, how to do them, arrange them, control click here, shift click here, nothing. That's ready to go in its live template that will change to anything you want. Now, maybe you want a 3-color version of something, or you want it to be a specific size. So I could come here and I could type out baseball. There's time I've ever used that. And in the last 2 minutes. I want it to be 9.9 inches wide, okay? And I want it to be angled like this right here. I hit apply, and it's gonna stay perfect with that perfect angle on it. All right? Didn't have to know anything about envelopes. Well, what if I wanted to have 2 colors, okay? And I want that second color to be a red. Well, take that, I want it to be here, and I hit apply, and now it's a 2-color, ready to go, live template. What if I want it to be a 3-color live text? Take it there, I say, okay, I want it to be this one here, and I want the inline to be white and the outline to be a red. So I hit apply, and that's done. So it's one click that this is probably one of the things I see people struggle with the most is creating templates like this. And it's ready to go. It's like these templates. I've already had, from creating this right here, I've already had multiple companies down here, contact me that were upset at me for creating this. And not because it would sell our software more, they're upset at me for creating that because they won't be able to sell as many designs and stuff because now you guys can create your own envelopes easy to be able to do that type of stuff.
Are we going to be able to adjust the width of the part that's knocked out where you see your shirt through? That contour there?
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Let me go back here. Laura was asking about the white area on the inside there. So if I wanted that to be, instead of 0.07, I want that to be 0.1, and I wanted the outline to be 0.2. So it's going to be a lot bigger. All right, so I'll take that, I'll hit apply, and now it's a lot thicker. What if I wanted it to be thinner? I wanted that to be a 0.02, so it's a lot less. I hit apply, then it's a lot less. So all of that's completely adjustable just based on the numbers that you put in here.
It's just crazy.
And that's something I'm telling you, those of you who see it and you look at it now and you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then those of you who have been doing it the way that I've been teaching for the last 5 years, you're like, holy crap.
God, yes, definitely.
So with that right there, with a font, it's really difficult. And I'll show you exactly why. So let me take the word baseball here, because that's where you're working with a lot of different spacing and stuff. So let me give you an idea. I'm going to take this here, and it doesn't matter what font. It works perfect with, I could have changed the font to something else. It could have been this font. And do the exact same. Any font, anything you type out. But let's just say I have this font, all right? And I'm going to make this 9.7 inches. With this font, then I would say the inline, I'm going to do a 0.17. I'm going to do this 0.17. So I'm going to hit apply there. And now I'm going to take this area here. I'm going to do my merge 3-color live text. So now it's a cut ready file. And then I can take this black area here.
What font is that?
Let me show you. We'll use the black diamond there again. Go to my place and fill, and I'll click on my island fill, and there's my stones inside of it. So I use this thinner font here. Now see that area there? That's fine. Don't worry about that. When I clear my paths, it will show it all. There's very minimal editing that I'm going to have to do here. Honestly, that kind of surprised me.
Because that never happens where it's perfect for you.
That's pretty cool. But the reason why is because had I used it with that impact font, the letters were so close together, a lot of the rhinestones would have overlapped each other. That's why I just got lucky and picked this font where the spacing was more, and that's what allowed it to fit pretty damn perfect.
So do you usually just kern it out and?
Yeah.
Okay.
So on that impact font, just to give you an idea, that is.
Sorry, folks, I have to adjust my seat.
So I can just go to my edit tab and hit text spacing and add more spacing between and do it that way. So, man, you guys are gonna see a video on that soon. I'm still learning new stuff that software does.
So your inline outline, when you add it on there, and then you go back and you reverse back and change the values with it, can you just leave it on the screen and change the values you're going to apply and watch them still?
Does it live
What you
change?
can do is you can actually do a contour. So you would come here and actually create a contour and drag it, and you can do this. And then as soon as you let go, that's where it's going to do it to. But as far, I think I know what you're asking as far as, can you basically do that after it's created? So, yep. So if I went into here, okay, I have this design here, and I'm going to go to my text effects, and I'm just going to do a normal 1.17 and 0.08, and I'm going to do apply. Now, if I click on this one here, all right, and I click on my contour, see how I can drag it, and it's going to change it right there. So I don't necessarily have to come back to here. Is that what you're asking? Does that kind of give you an idea?
Yes, you can just see how it.
Exactly, yeah. So if you don't necessarily have to go back and say, okay, that's not quite thick enough. I want to go 0.12. Or I want to, so if you click on that contour, now I say I wanted it a little bit thinner, and now it's thinner. I want it a little bit thicker, now it's thicker. And then once you pick your magic spot, remember it's still 2 text, but highlight it, merge my 3 color live text, now it's cut ready file.
Yeah, sorry guys. Arms getting tired.
I did the initial with ours, and then the contour tool, like all of these tools here are, like I said, it's our custom toolbar, but these are basic
Right now I'm okay because I just moved my seat.
that
Thank
instead
you.
of having to go to object, into shaping, into this, and find it, all of the
So I'm
tools
okay
that
right now.
we use the most, we put here for easy access for you. I saw another hand.
Thanks
Oh,
guys.
good. Yeah?
So once you get this done, because I'm sort of new to this end of it, you can make these as complicated or not as you want, but then can you save it as a template so you can?
Yeah. As soon as I do that, and save it as a CDR file, I'll never have to do it again. And then when you come back in and there are the Mustangs and the new team is the Yellow Jackets, you just type and it stays perfectly within that constraint, that envelope.
Okay, you can still like, maybe.
Change it around and everything, yep. As long as you save it as that CDR file. This is one that I like. This is a pretty cool design and a different design. So check this out. Again, under the text effects, we have a flat shadow. This one's cool. Look, as I click on the different areas, see how it shows kind of the shadow move around in there? So if I wanted the bottom right flat shadow, and I want it in a red there, I don't want the envelope, so I can take the envelope off, and I hit apply, and it just gives that little shadow on it. Another thing I can do, and this is, I like these type of shirts, I think they look pretty sweet, is I can take this here. I'm going to do my shadow on it, but I want to do a negative. Okay? So when I hit apply on that, see that? So all of that white right there is just your shirt. But what it did is it took the shadow and it did a shift click onto here and it trimmed that out and did it back minus front, so it took away the black part, but you can still read the word hustle, but it's going to give a cool look on a shirt. You do that in like a reflective or an electric on a shirt. We made one a while back, and it was probably 10 steps to go through and do it, where we're like, man, everybody loved that shirt. We like that shirt. Let's make it one click.
We will, Valerie. Thank you.
So everybody else can make it. And you can decide, again, wherever that
Sometimes
shadow
how much
goes.
they'll enjoy watching.
Okay? And then the next thing,
I love this. They should do it for
this
every
is
show.
pretty awesome one here, is I can, all of these envelopes, these are the ones that come with it. But you say, I want a different one. I want an envelope that looks like this.
Matt had to rent the room to
I
put on
wanna
his
play
free
around
show
with my
because they
envelope
wouldn't
tool.
let him record his
And
other
I wanna
classes
go
because they're
add
paid
new.
through ISS.
And I want
And
this
ISS is going to
go
sell
like
them
that,
to people, so
and
he
this
went above and beyond and
to go like
paid
that.
for the room for
And I
this
want
to
my
do this.
text to
He always
fit
takes
into
care
that
of us.
perfectly
He's so cool.
At right at about 10 inches. So what I would do with that is I would come over here, I would hit add delete. I'm going to add one, and I'm going to call this perfect. We're going to hit OK. It's going to process through it. There's perfect. I'm going to hit save. I can get rid of that. Now, I
Holy
type
cow.
out the word baseball. How many of you delete that and retype it with caps lock on?
Nope.
Most of you do, right? You double click and you delete it, and then you put caps lock on if you want it uppercase, right? It's annoying. So we put this little U here for upper, and it'll just change to upper. T is title case, L is lowercase, U is uppercase. So have that there. I want to use this one. Click on it. I have that. Maybe I don't want the drop shadow. I want the 3 color live text. I come over and hit apply, and there it is, perfect. So you can put 1,000 envelopes in there if you want. Again, there is no software that has that does that. For you to be able to customize stuff like that, keep it in there saved and hit a button and it's done.
Just, I'm not even sure how to explain it. I've seen you put things where people do them in the shape of buttons. You do that with this code?
Yeah, so what there is here you'll see, this is a vertical, this is a putty. Okay, P stands for putty. So like you're saying, if it's a shape or if it's rounded or something, you use the putty and then it fills it, the text, like a putty to fill the different areas with. So it depends. Like
What?
it doesn't work perfect all the time because it's just something that's not easy to do. But like for example, if you had an elephant shape, like it's not gonna go everything perfectly without it through its legs and everything. But
Like
if
a
you
word art.
had like a little fish look that was kind of rounded and came to a little tail or something like that, then it's going to fill that nice. So there is kind of limitations to it, but yes, it will.
Can you put more than one line of text within that shape? Like baseball?
If you hit enter and you have 2 lines, then it'll put it in as 2 lines.
Okay.
Yep.
Create another shape.
Yep. All right. Well, we got 129. So the software, if you already have CorelDRAW, okay, all you need is CorelDRAW, any of the latest 4 versions, CorelDRAW X7, X8, 2017, and 2018. So it's compatible with the last 4 versions of Corel. The only one that we lost on this one was X6. 4 used to be compatible with X6, but a lot of the features like the envelope stuff and saving and all of that, basically, the only time we get rid of a version of Corel is when what we're asking Corel to do, that older version doesn't support that. So we want it. We don't want you to upgrade Corel. That's why we keep
Thanks,
it
Valerie.
Corel. There's a lot of places that say, hey, you need Corel 2018, upgrade now. Well,
Gotta pick those
I'm
up.
using X8, so that shows you you can do just as much in X8. I'm telling you right now, if you guys came to our booth today, and you said, I have an X8, I want to upgrade to 2018, I would ask you why. And you would say it's the newest version. And then I would say, why? And then you would say, because it's got all the new stuff. And I would say, what's that? And then you would say, I don't know, it's newer. I wouldn't sell it to you, okay? Unless you really wanted it. Like, I would not sell that to you because you can do all the exact, doesn't have new things, it does, but for what we do in this industry and what you're making on shirts and stuff, there's nothing that someone that has the newest version of CorelDRAW that can do that I can't do in X8 or X7 or 2017. So, if you want to spend money just to tell your friends that you have the newest version of Corel, then I guess buy it. But if you want to save money, and use that for something else.
They do have bars throughout this trade show that people can go to.
Okay? All right, other questions? I know we got to get finished up here. The cool thing is nobody can kick me out because we rented this room. We actually have it until like 2 o'clock. Oh, I didn't get into that. So, the software is only...
We need my battery.
$1,999. I'm just kidding. Oh my God.
Okay, wait. All right, hang on, guys. I gotta put my battery in.
If you don't have Corel, it's $569.99.
Grab my battery
And
in
if
my
you,
pocket. Outside.
And then the Corel add-on is, for X8, it's $200. And for
battery to plug in Matt's
2018,
phone.
which is the newest version, it's $330. So, if you already
Sorry,
have
guys, I have to get a
Corel,
battery.
it's
Matt's phone's gonna die.
$569.99. And then, if you don't have Corel, that's the bundle deal for the trade show. So it would either be the $569 plus the $200
Okay.
for X8, which is what I would recommend, or you can spend another $130 and get the 2018 that you aren't going to be able to do anything differently. Okay? And then also with the show special, it comes with, I think, 12 rhinestone fonts, I think 30 live templates, a couple monogram fonts, bonus files that you wouldn't get online if you were to order it online. Okay, one thing we don't do, we discount the Corel Draw. So the bundle deal of the Corel Wizard on the site, when we aren't even listing the 5.0 on the site until probably the end of next week. So believe me, when you go on our lives, there's going to be a lot of people that are pissed at you guys because you guys are using the 5 and they don't have access to it yet.
Yeah, we know.
But the reason why is
All these poor
as
people
we
on the
find
live.
different things, you're going to hit button combinations that we haven't hit. And you'll email us and say, hey, Matt, I got a little error message when I did this. And then we can go in and put an error handler in it to fix anything that does come up with it. So that's why we don't want to get it into everybody's hands off the start.
So I have a here question.
Uh-huh.
I see what an envelope is.
A live template, what that means is, you know how I typed Rams or I typed Yellow Jackets or whatever it is? It means I can edit it at any time and it always stays perfectly within the envelope. So, and the envelope is free. So, to give you an example, look, I have the word baseball here. And let's say I'm making a shirt that I want it 9.9 inches wide. And I'm going to make this one some live text. And I'm just going to hit apply. This one is not live text. Okay, so watch the difference. When I come in here and I type for baseball, all right? So if I hit find text here, I take my baseball and I just type out, let's type out Yellow Jackets. Let's go. See how it kept typing? But on this one here, did I convert that curve? Oh, that one was converted.
I'll tell him. We'll see if I have any kind of power. How much do you want to bet? No, I don't.
Yeah, what?
What's that?
They were asking me if the virtual attendees could edit today too. And so I said I'd ask. And I said, how much power do you think I have? I went, probably none, but I'll try.
Hey, that's a smarter move there.
I have that decal in the booth. So, I was a high school
Yell jackets?
teacher for 10 years. I was a PE teacher. I wasn't an English teacher. So, let it go. All right?
I'll have to show you guys the shirt I messed up trying to make for Matt.
I made a decal on a live, and everybody was laughing, but after, because none of you guys saw it either, so don't lie. I made a decal that had a little dog that said, my dog is smarter than your honor student, for the back of the cars, right? And almost. Nobody noticed it, even in the live. And we realized that I spelled it wrong and said, my dog is smarter than your honor student. So, now I still hear about, that was 2 years ago and I hear about it every day. So, with this Yellow Jackets here, okay, when I type this out, and I just type out, let's say, Rams, see how it filled the whole area? But when I type out Rams on this one, okay, I'll go to here and I'll type out Rams. It only fills that area. So, that's, you're always going to get
Jamal,
different
this is the
names that
TRW
have
Design
different,
Wizard. It's a
obviously,
plugin for
characters
Corel.
as far as how many characters are in it. So, if this design right here wasn't a live template with the envelope created, and it didn't say animal rescue, it just said rescue, it would only fill up that much of the area. But because we created it into that live text with the envelope, no matter if I type Rams, rescue, whatever, Sarasota Animal Rescue of South Florida, it would fit it all perfectly within that area.
So the difference is the way that it fills the space.
Yeah, it's always going to fill the space or the envelope or anything perfectly to where you can edit it to any words or line or anything that you want.
Right now, my bag's I adjusted where I sit
Did
in.
everybody get a giveaway
She
card?
works out.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Giveaway card? For the giveaway cards,
Okay, guys, I have to get up so we can pick up the giveaway cards.
do we have any more giveaway cards?
We do. Corey has them.
Raise your hand if you didn't get one.
Okay, let's start there.
For the giveaway cards, if you can just pass them all to the center
Oh,
here.
yeah, that'd be
Give
easier.
you guys on the inside will.
Thank you.
They pass them all to the center. If you put all their cards in your pocket, you'll just don't let them see you do it.
So this here,
Yes.
the giveaway cards are for attendees. They give away stuff in classes.
Thank you. Sorry guys, I'm picking up the giveaway cards.
So anybody that bought, and a lot of you have it,
Thank
any
you.
of you that got the version 4 of the software, which is was
Sorry everybody, I'm just walking around.
$69.99 last year,
There
we
you
do
go.
our
Thank you.
pricing different than every other software place. We do it fair, because everything that I price, anything
get all the
that I do
cards?
in this business, I think of myself when I was doing
Any more
the
cards?
product side of it, and what pissed me off on different companies when they did stuff. And I make sure with my business I don't do any of that stuff. So what we do is it's always that price, and then it's just